Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. In this lecture we are going to start with chapter number 8, which is advanced topics in data mining. So let's get started. So these are the content that will include in this chapter, which is introduction to basic concept like clustering, spatial mining, web mining, text mining, introduction to big data, algorithm using MapReduce, matrix vector manipulation by MapReduce, introduction to Hadoop architecture. So that we will learn in this chapter. So let's start with the first, which is the introduction and basic concept. So first is a clustering. Now we already know what is clustering, grouping some items into the one particular group. It is called the clustering. Clustering is a task of dividing a population or data points in a number of groups such that data points in the same groups are more similar to the other data points in the same group and dissimilar to the data points in the other groups. It is basically a collection of objects on the basis of dissimilarity and similarity between them. So for example, data points in the graph together can be classified into one single group. We can differentiate the clusters and we can identify that there are 3 clusters in the picture. So this is this picture and these are the data points, and based on this data point we are applying some clustering technique on that, and it can generate the cluster in which the data point which is in the same groups are more similar than the data groups in the other groups. So this is the basic concept of clustering. It is not necessary for the cluster to be a spherical. Yes, it is not necessary the shape is a spherical. It can be anything. So this is also 2 types of clusters in which the data points in this big cluster are the same than the data points in this other groups. So cluster can be in any size or can be in any shape. Now next is the clustering algorithm. For the clustering algorithm, the famous algorithm is a k-means clustering algorithm. So it is the simplest unsupervised learning algorithm that solves the clustering problem. When we are using classification, it is applied on the supervised learning problem. So for unsupervised learning, the clustering algorithms are used. So in clustering algorithm, the k-means clustering is a very important algorithm. K-means algorithm partitions an observation into k clusters, where each observation belongs to the cluster with the nearest mean, serving as a prototype of each cluster. So it means that the data points suppose are given, and these data points are divided into the k cluster. Here we need to define k such that the data groups or the data points in the one cluster are more similar than the data groups in the other. So we are applying different values of k, and we can find an optimal value of k. So that is why the name k-means clustering. Next is we are also finding the distance between each data points. So the data points are closest to each other are in the same group. So now let's understand how k-means clustering algorithm works. So to process the learning data, the k-means algorithm in data mining start with the first group of randomly selected centroids, which are used as a beginning points for every cluster, and then perform an iterative or repetitive calculation to optimize the position of centroid. So suppose it start with the suppose this point. Yes, so this is called the centroid. After finding this centroid, it randomly select a different centroid in the data, and then find the distance between each data points. It can also find distance with these data points also, from this to this also, and from this to this also. It helps creating and optimizing clusters when either the centroid have stabilized. There is no change in their value because the cluster has been successful. So after calculating the distance between each points, then the value of centroid is updated, and after updating it is said that these data points are very far and these data points are very near, so the cluster or the centroid point is changed to this, and this process is continuously repeated until the centroid point cannot be changed. So that numbers of iteration is happen to find the centroid. So the centroid is stabilized and there is no change in their value because the clustering has been successful. So this is how the centroid is calculated, and the defining numbers of iteration has been achieved, and in between we are changing the value of k also. So this is how K-means clustering algorithm is worked. So first this is the initial data. So here we are, suppose this is a first centroid, then updated, then this is a second, then updated, and then this is a third, and then this is a last centroid. So a fourth iteration is happened, and then the final centroid is decided. Same in this cluster, the centroid is decided, and after deciding the centroid, we get the cluster in which the value, the distance of data points from cluster will be minimized. The application of clustering in different fields are marketing, laboratories, insurance, etc. So in the marketing, it can be used to characterize and discover the customer segments for marketing purposes. In libraries, it is used in clustering different books on basis of topics and information, and in insurance, it is used to acknowledge the customers, their policies, and identifying the frauds. So we can identify the frauds like after, suppose this is a cluster, so these are the normal users, but these data points are the outliers, so we can define this as a fraud in any banking or financial companies. Next is a spatial mining. So spatial data mining is the process of discovering interesting and previously unknown but potentially useful pattern from spatial databases. In spatial data mining, analysts use a geographical or a spatial information to produce the business intelligence or other results. Challenges involved in the spatial data mining includes identifying patterns or finding objects that are relevant to research project. So here we are not using a normal database, but we are using a geographical data, and then we are applying data mining on that. So that process is called the spatial data mining. Next is a web mining. So in the web mining, we are using database of web. So web mining is a process of data mining technique to automatically discover and extract information from web documents and web services. The main purpose of web mining is discovering useful information from World Wide Web and its users' patterns. Web mining is very useful to e-commerce websites and e-services. So based on our visits, based on our transaction, it can suggest some products. So this has happened due to web mining. Analysis of similarities in weblog records can be useful to identify the potential customers for e-commerce companies. Next is the text mining. So in the text mining, the data we are using is a simple text or the flat files. Text mining is also known as a text analysis, is a process of transferring unstructured text data into the meaningful and the actionable information. We are given to the raw data and will analyze or process the data and then generate the meaningful information. Text mining utilizes different AI technologies to automatically process data and generate the valuable insights, enabling companies to make data-driven decisions. So based on the databases, different kinds of mining is categorized. So that is about the today's lecture. Thank you so much for listening.